In the world of manufacturing, the night shift plays a crucial role in keeping operations running smoothly. However, with this responsibility comes a set of strict rules designed to ensure safety, efficiency, and productivity. Understanding these rules is essential for anyone working in a factory environment, especially during the night shift when the dynamics can be quite different from daytime operations. Night shift rules often include guidelines on safety protocols, equipment usage, and communication procedures. For instance, workers are typically required to wear specific safety gear, adhere to machinery operation guidelines, and maintain clear communication with their supervisors. These rules are not just bureaucratic red tape. They are in place to protect workers from potential hazards that can arise in a less supervised environment. Breaking these rules can have serious consequences. Not only can it lead to accidents and injuries, but it can also result in disciplinary actions, including warnings or even termination. Compliance with these regulations is not just about following orders, it's about ensuring the safety and well-being of everyone on the floor. Real-life implications of these rules can be profound. For example, consider the story of a factory worker who ignored safety protocols and suffered a serious injury. This incident not only affected the individual, but also had a ripple effect on the entire team, leading to increased workloads and stress for others. Such stories highlight the importance of adhering to night shift rules, as they are designed to protect not just the individual, but the entire workforce. For night shift workers in a factory setting, adhering to specific rules is essential for maintaining safety and productivity. These rules are designed to create a structured environment where employees can perform their tasks effectively while minimizing risks. On paper, they read like common sense, a checklist of caution and conduct. But for those who work under the fluorescent hum and heavy silence of midnight hours, the rules carry a weight far beyond ink and policy. They are lifelines, and sometimes warnings. First and foremost, safety gear is mandatory. Workers are required to wear helmets, gloves, and steel-toed boots. This rule is enforced to protect employees from potential injuries caused by falling objects or machinery. The factory is old, its bones groan with every shift. Its machines whisper in rhythmic patterns that never quite feel mechanical. A helmet here isn't just for protection. It's a shield between you and something that might be watching from the catwalk above, something that doesn't like when you're careless. For instance, a worker wearing proper safety gear is far less likely to suffer severe injuries in the event of an accident, ensuring they can continue to contribute to the team. But there's more to it. Word spreads among night crews, an unspoken superstition passed between coffee-stained mugs and cigarette breaks. If your helmet comes off, you put it back on, fast. Not just for your own safety, but because something might notice you aren't covered. Another crucial rule is the prohibition of unauthorized personnel in restricted areas. This rule is in place to prevent accidents and maintain operational integrity. The restricted zones are well marked: steel doors, thick padlocks, warning signs, and faded red paint. Everyone knows where they are, and everyone knows not to ask why they're locked, even though no one seems to go in or out. When only trained and authorized individuals are allowed in specific zones, the risk of mishaps decreases significantly. For example, a worker who follows this rule helps ensure that sensitive machinery is operated only by qualified personnel, reducing the likelihood of equipment failure. That's the official explanation. Off the record, people say there's one room, somewhere on the third floor, far from the main line, where the lights don't work right. The hallway leading to it stays cold no matter how hot the rest of the factory gets. Rumor has it someone got curious a few years ago. He opened the door. No one talks about what he saw. He doesn't work there anymore. Regular breaks are also mandated during the night shift. Workers must take scheduled breaks to rest and recharge. This rule is vital for maintaining focus and preventing fatigue, which can lead to mistakes or accidents. But the break room has its own strange vibe. At night, the vending machine sometimes makes a low humming sound. Not mechanical, not quite human either. Some swear they've seen their reflection blink a second later than it should in the microwave door. A well-rested worker is more alert and productive, contributing to a smoother operation overall. But there's another layer to the rule. Don't wander off during breaks. Stay in the designated areas. Don't go outside alone, not after midnight, especially not near the back lot where the security lights flicker and occasionally go completely dark. There's something about that part of the property, something the daytime managers won't talk about. The older workers just call it the blind spot. Clear communication is essential. Night shift workers are required to report any issues or hazards immediately to their supervisors. This rule fosters a culture of safety and accountability. For example, if a worker notices a malfunctioning machine and reports it promptly, it can be addressed before it causes a more significant problem, ensuring the factory runs efficiently. And sometimes it's not just for functionality, it's for survival. There's a story that circulates around the new hires. A conveyor jammed, sparking erratically. The worker ignored it, planning to report it at the end of his shift. An hour later, the machine erupted in smoke. But before the smoke alarm blared, something else was heard. A sound, like whispering metal, speaking in a language that didn't belong in this world. Those who heard it still don't talk about it. The supervisors chalked it up to stress. Get more sleep, they said. Keep your helmet on. These rules are not arbitrary. They are carefully crafted to enhance safety and productivity. By understanding and adhering to them, night shift workers play a vital role in ensuring the factory operates smoothly and safely. But the more nights you clock in, the more you realize the rules are more than just guidelines. They are a barrier, a thin membrane keeping something at bay. Because in the dark stillness of the factory, where the machines never sleep, where the clocks tick louder than your footsteps, it sometimes feels like the rules are all that keep the shift running, not just mechanically, but spiritually. Violating the factory's night shift rules can lead to serious repercussions that extend beyond immediate disciplinary actions. Understanding these consequences is crucial for workers who want to maintain their positions and reputations within the industry. The factory is quiet about discipline, but it never forgets. The immediate consequences of breaking rules can vary depending on the severity of the infraction. For minor violations, a worker might receive a verbal warning or a written reprimand. However, more serious breaches, such as ignoring safety protocols or unauthorized access to restricted areas, can result in immediate suspension or even termination. For instance, a worker who neglects to wear required safety gear and subsequently suffers an injury may not only face disciplinary action, but could also lose their job due to the violation of safety regulations. But in some cases, people don't just lose their jobs. They seem to disappear from the roster entirely. Their lockers get emptied overnight. Their names vanish from the shift log. No explanation, no forwarding address. Anecdotes from the factory floor illustrate the real-life implications of rule breaking. Take the case of a night shift worker who consistently ignored the requirement to report equipment malfunctions. After a significant breakdown occurred due to this negligence, the worker was held accountable and faced termination. This incident not only affected their employment status, but also created a ripple effect, leading to increased workloads for their colleagues and a temporary halt in production. But the eerie part, when the machine was finally opened for repair, the maintenance crew found claw marks inside. Long, deep gouges, far beyond what the jam conveyor could have caused. Management dismissed it as metal fatigue. The long-term impact of violating night shift rules can be detrimental to a worker's career and reputation. Once a worker has a record of rule breaking, it can be challenging to find new employment in the industry. Employers often conduct background checks and may be hesitant to hire someone with a history of non-compliance. Additionally, a tarnished reputation can lead to strained relationships with colleagues and supervisors, making it difficult to work effectively in future roles. In the worst cases, it leads to isolation, and isolation on the night shift is dangerous. One notable story involves a worker named Jake who was employed on the night shift at a manufacturing plant. Jake frequently ignored safety protocols, particularly the requirement to wear protective gear. One night, while operating heavy machinery without his helmet, he suffered a serious head injury when a tool fell from above. He said he saw something just before it happened, something moving up in the rafters. It looked like it was. "Watching me," he whispered to a coworker in the hospital, "like it knew I wasn't following the rules." This incident not only led to his immediate dismissal, but also resulted in a lengthy recovery period during which he struggled to find new employment due to his tarnished reputation. Jake's story serves as a cautionary tale about the importance of following safety rules. On the flip side, there are many instances where adherence to rules has led to positive outcomes. Consider the case of Maria, a night shift supervisor who consistently enforced safety protocols among her team. One evening, she noticed a colleague bypassing a safety check on a piece of equipment. Maria promptly intervened, ensuring the machinery was inspected before use. Her actions not only prevented a potential accident, but also earned her recognition from management for her commitment to safety. This recognition led to a promotion, showcasing how following the rules can open doors for career advancement. But Maria once confided in a close friend, after her promotion, that something strange happened that night. When she turned off the conveyor, she swore she saw a pair of eyes reflected in the metal guard, far too high for any human. She blinked. The reflection was gone. She didn't tell management that part. These stories encourage viewers to reflect on their own experiences in similar work environments. Have you ever witnessed a colleague breaking rules? How did it affect the team? Conversely, have you seen the benefits of compliance? Sharing these experiences can foster a culture of safety and accountability in the workplace, reminding everyone that rules are in place for a reason. Some rules are there to protect your body, others, your mind, and some, your well-being. Ensuring compliance with factory rules, especially during the night shift, is essential for maintaining a safe and productive work environment. Here are some effective tips and strategies that workers can adopt to follow the rules diligently. First and foremost, staying informed about the rules and any updates is crucial. Workers should take the initiative to review the factory's employee handbook regularly, which outlines safety protocols and operational guidelines. Additionally, attending training sessions and safety meetings can provide valuable insights into any changes in procedures. Many factories also have bulletin boards or digital platforms where updates are posted. And sometimes, if you look closely at the bulletin board late at night, you'll see old notices, ones that aren't supposed to be there, names that don't show up on the schedule anymore, rules that sound more like warnings. The maintenance guy swears he saw one that said, "Do not respond if the emergency alarm sounds 3 times. That's not for you." By morning, it was gone. Open communication with supervisors is another key strategy. If workers have any uncertainties or questions about specific rules, they should feel empowered to approach their supervisors for clarification. This not only helps in understanding the rules better, but also fosters a supportive environment where employees feel comfortable discussing their concerns. Supervisors appreciate proactive communication, as it demonstrates a commitment to safety and compliance. They don't talk much about what happens during the overnight inspections. But if you see one standing completely still, staring down a hallway for longer than they should, it's best not to ask. Promoting a culture of accountability and teamwork among night shift workers is equally important. When team members hold each other accountable for following the rules, it creates a sense of shared responsibility. Workers can establish buddy systems where they remind each other about safety protocols and best practices. Celebrating small wins, like completing a shift without any safety incidents, can also boost morale and reinforce the importance of compliance. And if you hear someone say, "Good job tonight," but you're alone, don't respond. By staying informed, communicating openly, and fostering a culture of accountability, night shift workers can effectively adhere to factory rules. These best practices not only enhance individual safety, but also contribute to a more cohesive and productive work environment. Ultimately, when everyone takes responsibility for compliance, the entire team benefits, leading to a safer and more efficient workplace. And remember, rules are written for a reason. Sometimes the reason watches from the shadows. Adhering to these rules is not just a matter of following orders. It is crucial for ensuring safety and productivity in the workplace. We've seen how violations can lead to serious consequences, including disciplinary actions, job loss, and even injuries. That can affect not only the individual, but also the entire team. Understanding the repercussions of breaking these rules highlights the importance of compliance in maintaining a safe working environment. Moreover, we've emphasized that following the rules is not only about avoiding negative outcomes, it also plays a significant role in personal and professional growth. Workers who consistently adhere to safety protocols and operational guidelines are often viewed as reliable and responsible. This reputation can lead to career advancement opportunities, such as promotions or additional responsibilities, which can enhance job satisfaction and overall career trajectory. We encourage you to reflect on your own experiences in similar work environments and consider how adherence to rules has impacted your career. Engaging with your colleagues about these topics can foster a culture of safety and accountability, benefiting everyone involved. If you found this content insightful, we invite you to subscribe to our channel for more valuable information on workplace safety and best practices. Don't forget to like this video and share it with your colleagues and friends who might benefit from understanding the importance of compliance in the workplace. Your engagement helps us create more content that matters to you in your professional development. Thank you for joining us today, and we look forward to seeing you in our next video.